And we're live. Hello, friends. My name is Evelyn Joy. What's your name?
Deborah.
What's your name?
Esther.
Esther. Esther's playing on my phone right now. So, normally I don't go live on Friday. Kim went live while I was teaching and I missed it. Then Danny went live and I was not trying to kick her off her live, but I have a lot of things I wanted to tell you guys about. First of all, I want to talk about my doctor's appointment that was yesterday. Oh, do you want to pick that up, baby? I want to talk about my doctor's appointment that was yesterday. See that baby bump? And I want to talk about this eventful morning I had. It was kind of horrible. Are you feeling better, baby? Esther woke up right before my classes this morning, and I had 5 in a row classes starting at 6 a.m. And Esther threw up during my second class, and Deborah came and joined us during my second class. And so she was here during 4 classes. So all that to say, yesterday, this worked out. Timing was perfect. You know how that room right next door?
I'm doing a battle.
On the second floor of my house, right next door to my office, is a big room that we were kind of using as a junk room and storage, and it has a bunk bed in there. Well, yesterday, my husband and I cleaned it out and turned it into a bedroom / playroom. And that worked out perfect because during my classes, my 2 girls were over there in that room during my classes. So first, I want to talk about my doctor's appointment, and then I'll talk about my eventful teaching morning. Welcome, everyone. Okay, so Teacher Danny, Teacher Kelly, Tanya Smith, Mary Ann, thank you so much for coming, everyone. And I know Morgan's going to watch at some point.
Mommy,
so, yes,
I didn't know this skunk that I'm fighting with bites.
Oh, my goodness.
It bites.
Mwah. Are you my sweetheart?
Yeah.
So yesterday, I brought my 3 kids with me to my doctor's appointment. I taught... yesterday I taught 5 classes.
Daddy had to work yesterday. He didn't came to the doctor.
Yeah, Daddy didn't come. He had to work. So I started teaching 5:30 a.m. yesterday. I finished at 8 a.m. Then wrote feedback. Then got these kids ready. Then had to drink that yucky. I gagged. I almost lost it.
And I
yucky sugary drink to go have my glucose test. I had a sonogram and a glucose test, blood draw, and a doctor's appointment with my 3 kids with me. So I brought 1 iPad with me and my cell phone, and I let Esther play Pokemon on my phone like she's doing right now. And I let Deborah and Joshie watch ABC videos on the iPad. So they behave for the most part. We almost lost Esther's favorite teddy bear because she left it in the sonogram room, and we had to backtrack and figure out where in the world it was. So we went to so many different rooms, you know. But we found it eventually. So that was crazy. So all that to say, I'm 28 weeks pregnant with Caleb Gabriel David Israel, with baby Caleb. He was, for the 3rd time, confirmed that he's a boy. The first time was a blood test, which is always accurate. The second time was a sonogram, and this is the 3rd time that there was a sonogram that we saw. He's a boy. We're not going to be surprised that it's a girl or something. There's no way that's going to happen. So we saw he's a boy. He's growing healthy.
Mommy, the yellow boy.
Oh, but you still won a prize for trying. Good job, baby. So he's growing at a healthy rate. The sonographer, the nurse that does the sonogram, she she estimated that he's 2 pounds 13 ounces in there. So that's good, but he needs to stay in there and grow. So I'm 28 weeks. Last week I thought that this week would be the beginning of 3rd trimester, but last week was the beginning of my 3rd trimester. So I'm in the 3rd trimester, and I'm feeling it because my stomach is feeling like big and hard, and bending over is a task. But the only negative thing at my appointment was my blood pressure was a little high. And I talked to the doctor about how I had reservations about taking the low-dose aspirin. And she she set me straight that the low dose aspirin could be a life-saving thing that I need to take. And it's very dangerous to have high blood pressure in pregnancy. And it's better for me to take the aspirin. I said, well, I was concerned because when you have a C-section, you're not supposed to have taken any aspirin at all for the last week. And she said, with the low dose aspirin, you can have taken it the day before and it won't matter. It'll be okay. So I was encouraged to hear that. So now I'm making it my goal to take the low dose aspirin every single day. And when we were cleaning out the room, we found 2 blood pressure cuffs, one that's mine from a former pregnancy and one that was handed down from my mom. And so I have 2 blood pressure cuffs. We put new batteries in both of them, and I'm going to check my blood pressure on both of them to make sure it's accurate, you know, every day, and take my baby aspirin every day, because high blood pressure in pregnancy can quickly turn into preeclampsia, which can turn into eclampsia, which can potentially be very, very dangerous and possibly fatal. So it's important that I keep my blood pressure down.
Mommy, I'm fighting with this purple Pokemon. Mommy, I'm fighting with this Pokemon right here.
Yeah.
To see what battle.
You are gonna win, girl. You're doing so good. So, so that's what happened at that doctor's appointment. Basically, Caleb is doing great. My weight from 16 weeks of pregnancy, when I freaked out because that's the most I've ever weighed in my life, to now 28 weeks of pregnancy, my weight is exactly by the pound, the exact same. So I feel like not as bad about my weight now because he is gaining weight and I'm essentially like lost a couple pounds. So that's good because that means I'm not just gaining and gaining and gaining, and it'll be easier to lose it postpartum. Just trying to be healthy, you know. So I have to avoid sodium. And yeah, all that stuff. So then so yesterday, my husband and I, when he got off work, we cleaned out this room next door to my office because we're turning it into a bedroom playroom.
Mommy.
From the storage room that it was. Yes, my love.
I won.
You won! High five!
Mommy, look.
So it was perfect timing because this morning, oh my goodness, this morning, 2 a.m. to 4 a.m., I was awake with Joshua because he had a stuffy nose. Joshua's my 2-year-old.
Octopus and the seahorse.
You have an octopus and a seahorse. Mwah! You are so smart.
I just turned 5.
You just turned 5, you big girl, you.
That's 2, right?
So,
Mommy, guess what? I'm playing your puzzle game.
You are playing my puzzle game. So, and yesterday we turned that. My husband did all the heavy lifting. I just did the sorting and saying, I just put a bunch of trash in trash bags and told him this box is ready to go in the attic. You know, that can go in the attic. That can go, the things for Caleb can go in that corner of the room. And, you know, the toys go in the toy boxes and different things. So I basically was doing the sorting and he was doing the heavy lifting, which was a big deal. I built a few, toy bins yesterday. So anyway, this morning at Joshua from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. he had a stuffy nose. So I turned on the humidifier in our room to help clear out his nose. And then I had to get up at 5:30, well, 5:45 pretty much I got out of bed. And Esther woke up at that time and followed me upstairs and she told me her tummy hurt. And then during my second class, I told her, you can play in this room next door, but you can't bother me during my classes. So during my second class, Deborah woke up and came upstairs. So I had 2 of them in the room next door, and I'm trying to tell them, don't come in this room. But they were screaming and crying during my second class because her tummy hurt and she threw up. So I turned off the camera and the microphone on my class, and I went over and I gave her a trash can. And then I had to close the door and keep teaching, which, I mean, I'm a horrible mother, I know. So I had to explain and feedback, you know, and then I finished right at 25 minutes. And then I went and I, you know, washed out the trash can and wiped up her chin and everything. And And she laid down on the bed and she said she was feeling better. So I went ahead and kept teaching. And Deborah was playing quietly while I was teaching. And then, so I taught the rest of the classes. I had 5 classes and I was thinking maybe my trial will not show up. And my trial showed up and everything. So my 5th class, the sun was coming up. And both my girls bust into the room while I'm teaching my 5th class. And they're all like, it's morning, Mommy. We're going to play in your classroom. And I'm like, I'm teaching. Go out. Like, take some toys and props and just get out and close the door. I'm like trying to teach my trial here. So that was my morning. Should I have canceled all of my classes and taken care of my little girl? Probably, but financially we can't do that right now. So I had to explain in feedback why my daughter was screaming in the background for a couple minutes during that 2nd class. And I said, I'm so sorry, it won't happen again. My sincerest apologies. I know most VIPKID teachers probably would get a doctor's note and cancel the class, but I was flying by the seat of my pants trying to please everyone at the same time, which I shouldn't have. But anyway, I'm not saying there's a right or wrong way to handle that situation. I think every mother knows the right thing to do in that situation. Let me read what you guys are saying. So now Esther says she's feeling better. She started gagging a little bit into a trash can a minute ago. And then she said she didn't need to throw up and that she feels fine. So she said she needs to play.
When I was in my bed, my tummy hurted and I needed to throw up upstairs.
Yeah, that's when you came upstairs and threw up in the trash can.
Yeah.
Thank you for throwing up in the trash can, sweetheart. That way I can clean it up.
Upstairs.
Oh, so that was my very eventful morning and doctor's appointment.
Mommy.
Yes, my love.
I want the baby penguin.
Then get it.
Is it in the party box?
Yep. I have 2 penguins.
Oh. 2 penguins?
A mommy penguin and a baby penguin.
I found the mommy penguin.
So yeah. My next goal for today is I'm going to Lowe's and I'm buying a lock to put on my classroom door so that they can play next door but not bust into my room and say, it's morning time, Mommy. We can play now.
Mommy,
so yeah.
Mommy, did you know
Kelly said, yeah, you don't want to lose your job.
I sleep on the bottom bunk bed and I really wanted to sleep.
Oh, Danny said she's had a class before where she heard the playback that she could hear her kids and husband in the background so clearly in the room. Oops. So yeah. Hopefully the parents understand, but at the same time, if I get a 1 apple or a warning from VIPKID, I'm willing to take it. The thing is, the student was having IT issues anyway. So sometimes, like the beginning of the class, the student was saying like, I can't see teacher, I can't hear teacher. So I had to switch lines and refresh. Then they could see me and hear me. So when I turned off my microphone and my camera, I felt like I was being dishonest or deceptive in making it seem like it was an IT issue. So in feedback, I did say that I turned off the camera for 1 minute to help my daughter who threw up. And I was so sorry I had to do that. And so anyway, I didn't want to be dishonest and make it seem like it was an IT issue when it was me that time that turned it off. You want this? So yeah, Deborah and Esther, we have to buy a couple of mattresses before this can become their room, but that room is very much on its way to becoming their bedroom. So that's awesome. Yeah, Danny said, I believe honesty is best. Yeah, I didn't want to like fake IT issues because like also the firemen can see like the teacher has turned off their camera, you know? So like you can probably watch the replay and see that I turned off the camera or something. I don't know, but it's better to be honest and say, you know, my daughter threw up and I went and cleaned it up and helped her for a minute, and I came back. Also, on the classroom end of things, I should have stayed till like 27 minutes, 28 minutes because of that extra time. But because I was teaching classes back to back and I needed to help my sick daughter, I ended at 25 minutes and I left because I needed to check on her, make sure she was okay. And so it's sort of this dilemma of be a good teacher or be a good mom. And I was trying to do both at the same time. And sometimes in situations like that, you just kind of end up not being either. I wanted to say too that yesterday was probably one of my worst moments as a mom ever. I got really mad at my kids and I screamed at them, and I had to apologize later because I don't want to go all into it, but I just feel like I really messed up yesterday with my anger. And I was amazed that my kids wanted to cuddle me and hug me and love on me at bedtime, because I'm like, how can you love me back when I'm so mean? You won! High five!
Yeah, that means
and Esther told me, I want to hug you so that you can be nice and not be mad. I said, oh. And I felt so bad because I got so angry yesterday over something I shouldn't have gotten so mad about, you know. But I got so angry. It was bad. I don't know if I can blame hormones or not, but I had to acknowledge and swallow my pride and tell my kids that I was sorry and that I was not right in yelling at them. Did they do something wrong? Yeah, but I need to be the adult and react in a rational, controlled manner, you know? So, but it amazes me how quickly our small kids.
Look at this Pokemon and it turned to.
Yeah, look.
It turned into.
Esther turned a slug Pokemon into a snail Pokemon yesterday. So yeah.
Love.
So I think the important thing is to acknowledge that I messed up. I shouldn't have screamed in their faces. I shouldn't have gotten so angry. My husband said I turned into a demon. You know, I got mad, really, really, really mad. And it's amazing how forgiving and loving little ones are, you know. But I don't want them to have the kind of trauma and childhood that I had, you know. So I don't want to be like that.
I want to show you.
So all that to say, if you see my videos and you think I'm such a good mom, just know that like I have my bad days too, you know. So what I got mad about was a box of Cheez-Its. I gave them to Esther. It was my snack. It was my food that I was eating, but I gave it to Esther and I said, Esther, you can have these cheese crackers and share with your brother and sister, but make sure that nobody pours them out on the ground. And I took a nap. And when I got up from my nap, Joshua had poured the cheese crackers all over the living room floor. So I was a little bit mad at Joshua, but I was mostly mad at Esther, which, I mean, what right do I have to get so mad at her over cheese crackers, right? But I was mad because I gave my snack to them and Joshua poured it out all over the living room. And Esther just let him and didn't tell me, you know? So I was so angry. Wow. And so I got them all in their socks and shoes and jackets and put them out on the front porch and had Daddy go watch them. And I picked up the whole living room and swept everything up. Took like 10 minutes. And then I had them come back inside after I had taken a breather. And I was like, okay, come in, let's watch TV. And Mom's not mad anymore. So anyway, it was just a very frustrating situation. So yeah. Tanya Smith said, I love this quote. If you are worried about being a good mom, you're probably a good mom. Yeah. Kim said kids are resilient. I mean, yeah. One thing that's crazy is I cuss. I don't know if you guys know that. It's not on my YouTube channel. I sometimes say curse words, and my husband asked, where's that coming from? And I'm like, I don't know. He said, did your mom talk like that? And my mom had unpredictable rage, but she didn't ever cuss. So I have that that I need to work on. So anyway, all that to say, I felt like I blew it. I felt like I should be fired from this mom gig yesterday. And then today I was feeling like VIPKid and motherhood should both fire me because I can't balance the two well enough. So if you ever feel like that, you're not alone. If you never have felt like that, then you're better than me. Don't worry. But that's why I really know I'm done having kids with 4, because I feel like 2 girls, 2 boys, and done. I really have my hands full, and I want to be able to give my all to the kids that I have. And I think my pregnancy losses have affected that choice in getting my tubes tied when I have this last child, because I'm done having pregnancy losses. Pregnancy is too traumatic for me. It's just a lot. I don't know if high blood pressure affects your mood, but I definitely was not taking care of my blood pressure yesterday. So I'm going to keep taking my aspirin every single day. And hopefully we don't have any more blood pressure problems. Yeah. So anyway, that's just me being honest about motherhood. And my husband was like, and this is how I know I married the right man, because I tell him when he needs to cool, and he tells me when I need to cool it. And I love that we have an open relationship, that we can talk to each other. Ditto. Yes. This is a very special Pokemon that Esther caught, and I was so proud of her that she caught it. Good job, baby. So
one person
the fact that my husband can tell me, lady, you need to chill. I need that. And I love that he and I can both tell each other, you need to calm down. You're overreacting over this situation, because we both get mad sometimes, but our kids are really little. So like, we can't get that mad at them, So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, can I make this crab powerful?
Wait.
Can you make this?
I once told Dixie to stop being a bee. Later, she told her brother to stop being a little bee. I have been so much better since not homeschooling. Yeah. I think it'll be good for us to have
look what this Pokemon
to have those couple of days of my kids going to school.
Look what this Pokemon does when we press it.
Oh, very cool. Do you want to show it on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, Esther wants to show you that. With this Pokemon, when you push on it, it closes and opens. It's kind of a clam. Pretty cool. So anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about today. That Caleb is growing well and healthy. I need to take my low-dose aspirin every single day and monitor my blood pressure.
We can share the.
I am sometimes a horrible mother, and I need to work on that.
Yes.
I married a good man that can tell me when I need to calm myself down. I have good kids that are forgiving and loving. And this morning, I may or may not have made a good or bad choice with how I handled teaching and having a sick kid at the same time. I can't give you advice on that, because if you want to cancel the class and provide a doctor's note, you can get that cancellation. But like, if your family really needs the paycheck, you can maybe do what I did and mute the microphone, turn off the camera for 1 minute, help your kid, and and
Mommy.
apologize and feedback and be willing
See
to
what-
accept a low Apple
See
score.
what the Pokemon does when we press it.
That's so silly. So anyway,
That's why I like
I'm no expert at motherhood. I'm no expert at being a VIP kid teacher. I just make these videos to be helpful or encouraging to other people. What I always say with my students is I go, "Oh, it's a snake!" And then I say, "Do you like snakes?"
No.
I don't like snakes. Oh. All right.
Why a snake is gonna eat you.
So yeah, I hope you all are doing well. Happy Friday.
Mommy.
Oh,
Mommy.
I think that's all I have. Wasn't that long, but I just want to. Yes, you. Do you want to sing a song or show a prop or something?
ABC song.
Okay.
song.
Use your words. Use your words.
Sarah wants up.
Use your words.
Sarah wants to get up.
Say up, please.
Yes.
Mommy.
Mommy.
The doctor said I'm not supposed to lift more than 20 pounds, and you're like double, almost triple that, girl. Not supposed to lift you.
Mommy, what happened to your cheek?
I have a pimple from pregnancy.
You fell down.
No, I did not fall down. What song do you want to sing?
ABC song.
Okay. A.
No!
Are you coming? Are you going to be in the video? Oh, Pokemon. A, B, C, D, E, F, G,
Evie.
H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R,
No, the A is
S,
for apple.
T, U,
The A is for apples.
okay. W, X,
Put the
Y, and
Z.
Now I know
A is
ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? A is for apple. Apple. B is for ball. Ball. C is for cat. Cat. D is for dog. Dog. E is for elephant. Elephant. F is for fish. Fish. G is for goat. Goat. H is for hen. Ha, hen. I is for igloo. Igloo. J is for jump. Jump. K is for kite. Kite.
Mommy.
L is for lion. Lion. M is for monkey. Monkey. N is for nose. Nose. O is for octopus. Octopus. P is for penguin. Penguin.
Mommy.
Q is for queen. Queen. Bye, Tanya. R is for rainbow. Rainbow. S is for snake. Snake. T is for turtle. Turtle.
I hear a boy
U is for
coming.
umbrella. Umbrella. V is for violin. Violin. W is for wind. Wind. X is for fox. Fox. Y is for yellow. Yellow. Z is for zebra. Zebra. All right, if we have thoroughly bored you to tears, we're going to say goodbye now. Say bye.
Bye.
How do you say goodbye in Spanish?
Yes.
Say ciao.
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 Mommy, is another
Bye.
student coming?
Mwah. I love you.
Another
No, we're gonna go downstairs and play. Bye bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, I want to play outside.